Okay, ma'am, who's calling?
My name is Mr. Kamau, K-A-M-A-U.
Kamal?
Yes.
Okay, hold on just a second.
All right, thank you.
This is Mr. Miller. Can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Mr. Kamau, and we record all outgoing calls, so I just wanted to let you know that. And I'm with policeabuse.com, and I called yesterday, and thank you so much for returning my calls. I have a resident who lives in your city. I'm a police misconduct expert, and I do assistance with clients who have complaints about the police. And she raised a fairly troubling issue that I wanted to make the city government aware of. We've already left a message yesterday, but I want to make sure it gets in the hands of someone who has some authority. Essentially what happened is her sister had an incident with a Dilley police officer. She attempted to report it to the police department and was told that it was perfectly reasonable for the officer she was complaining against to receive the complaint against himself. That's not consistent with any protocol that I'm aware of in law enforcement, and I thought it was unusual. And when I called the police department yesterday to verify that that's what happened and determine if it was part of policy or maybe something just someone was doing, I was told by the officer on duty that yes, it's perfectly okay. And I gave him an example. I said, if I'm making a complaint against you right now, you're telling me that it would be okay for you to receive it. He said yes. I then told him why I was calling, who I was, and I told him that I did not feel comfortable proceeding further with their complaint process given what he had just told me. So,
okay. Do you know exactly who you talked to, sir?
It's actually,
who the officer was?
Yeah, it's actually recorded. It's on our website. You can play it back for yourself by going to policeabuse.com, and if you click on, you'll see a Twitter at the top. If you go to the page Expert Witness Report, you'll see the name Dilley Police Department about the third or fourth issue down, and if you click that, you'll actually hear the phone call.
Okay. Now, the officer told you that it would be perfectly normal to go ahead and receive the complaint in the sense that, he was just going to take it in and submit it to the chief, or was actually going to listen to the complaint?
No, he actually was prepared to listen to the complaint, meaning, and I'll give you the officer's name. It was Officer Sanchez. He apparently had an incident with our client's sister in the field. They felt he was behaving inappropriately and that he was unprofessional. And they said he was discourteous, rude, made threatening remarks, etc. And regardless of the substance of the initial interaction, when the person who wanted to make the complaint, which was the victim's sister, called in to see what she could do, what her options were, Sanchez was at the desk, and she said, well, I want to report a complaint. She explained. He knew the complaint was against him, and she said to him, are you telling me that you're going to take the complaint? I don't think this is right. And he told her this is the only way you can do it. She then contacted the chief of police, and he told her the same thing, that it was okay for officers to receive complaints against themselves.
Okay.
Okay. Now, my concern is just this. I want to make sure that our client, and this is a pro bono case at this point, so there's nothing in it for us other than the woman getting her complaint heard. Her name is Noelda Martinez, and she's concerned about reporting anything given what she was told. I wanted to make available to her some alternative means of getting this reported and investigated without having to go through the officer she's accusing.
Okay. And yes, and everyone who comes to this office, and I know that sometimes they do bypass the chief and come to me directly, but I do advise them that any complaint against an officer must go through the chief of police first unless the complaint is against the chief. So I'm not, if she's already gone to the chief and has given her the same information, then she would, yes, indeed, have to come to me. So I don't know if at this point it would be best to contact her.
Well, I think she. I think what she.
Your organization, actually.
here's what I'd like to do, if I could.
Okay.
I'd like to email you the complaint that she has.
Okay.
And if you can go ahead and forward that to the chief.
Okay.
And then when they're prepared to do an internal affairs investigation, I will make the client available. I just wanted someone else's ears on this because it didn't sound right to me.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, my email address is kamal@policeabuse.com.
Can you spell that for me?
Yes, it's KAMAU.
At policeabuse.com?
Right, and if you'll send me an email, I will then forward the complaint and a link to the video of what we had going on with the officer.
Sounds great. Well, I appreciate you giving me a call. I'll do that in the next 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay, thank you so much. I do appreciate your professionalism. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You do the same.
All right.